How's that?
That'll work. That'll do, pig. All right, so let's switch it to the HWR one real quick. Host. All right. Okay. Got it. You good? Am I good? Is that good?
Yep.
Yeah? Live from the landing strip is the 439th edition of Houston Wrestling Radio. This is Abel.
This is Chris.
And thank you so much for tuning in today, guys. We very much appreciate it. If you're joining us live, that is great. That's awesome. You're a good guy. Or gal. Or whatever. Join us live. Thank you. That way, you could log into your YouTube account. You could fact check, say hi, ask us questions, talk shit, whatever you want to do. I'll see it in my handy dandy smartphone in the live chat. I'll try to involve you as best as I can in the show. If you're not watching this live, that's okay. You can still interact with us on Facebook, facebook.com/Houston Wrestling Radio. Or, make sure you drop a comment down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we come online and all that good stuff. Cristobal.
It's been a week.
It's been a week.
Yeah.
It has been a week. What do we got going on, man? What is up in the
Last time I saw you,
yes,
we were predicting Elimination Chamber.
That's right.
Elimination Chamber happened.
What's up, Scott? Scott's in the live chat. Scotty Too Hottie. He's usually sitting right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm sorry. Yes, as you were saying, it's been a week.
First thing that stands out in your mind when you think of last weekend's Elimination Chamber?
I thought all of it was good.
Yeah.
I think we had, 4 matches? And all 4 matches I liked. I liked everything. I liked the girls' chamber. I liked the guys' chamber. I liked the other matches in between. I don't think there was anything there that I was like, fuck. Which kind of feels like some of the NXT takeovers. It's usually like 5 matches. That's it. And, they all wound up being pretty good. That's kind of how this felt.
Full disclosure. The show started 4 a.m.
All right.
I didn't get to catch everything. Usually, if we have 2 weeks between shows, I will have had enough time in my schedule to actually try to fit in as much wrestling as I could. But this has only been a week. The only matches that I remember watching, either in the moment or finishing up over the weekend, I thought the men's chamber was really good.
All right. Yeah.
I take it back. I'm gonna pull Arnold.
Mm-hmm.
The first 35 minutes were great.
The
last minute,
why?
I kind of feel like you're negating the purpose of a cage, even if it's an elimination chamber style pod cage. If you're eliminated, you should be gone. So the fact that Logan came back after he was already eliminated, he wasn't exited out, or he didn't do anything, and they didn't do anything to him, and he wound up just knocking out Randy with the knuckles. And Drew didn't do anything after that. He just covered him 1, 2, 3. I was like, we spent 35 minutes with this badass story of Randy Orton and overcoming his back issues.
Yeah.
Just for Logan to hit him with the knucks, and that was it. I kind of felt a bit disappointed.
You think that if Randy were to lose, he would have had to lose because of the back, not because of Nux. Mm-hmm. That the Nux negated all the storytelling with the back. Mm-hmm. Okay. On top of the fact that it's shenanigans.
Yeah. I would have had Randy Orton go for an RKO, Drew push out of it, Randy fall.
Just straight on his back.
Claymore, on the trois. Nobody would have batted an eye. Okay. And you can have Logan Paul as a heel cut the promo the next night on "I'm too good to be eliminated" like that. I want payback. I want such and such. And maybe do some bullshit on a match on Raw or the next night or the next week to actually solidify. Because here's the thing. We already had bullshit in the match.
All right.
And that bullshit was, again,
AJ.
The door's open. You got all these people there. How is AJ in there?
The door was wide open.
You didn't see AJ running down from the aisleway. You didn't see him coming in from the crowd. All these, nope. You're not going to referees aren't going to try to make an effort to stop him or anything. So we already had that. If we had already had that and that was it, it'd be a nit to pick.
Okay.
But when the nit to pick was redundant, and not only was it redundant, it ended the entire match.
Yeah. Okay.
I wasn't a big fan.
Okay. Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Did the right person win?
Oh, yeah. Well.
No?
I'd say the right person won. Well,
okay.
This is the overarching story of Elimination Chamber.
All right.
Everything that we were told on the episodes of television leading up to this of what was going to happen, happened.
How so?
We hadn't even had Elimination Chamber yet, and already in the Vegas WrestleMania kickoff, we don't have Rhea Ripley going face-to-face with Nia Jax, who's her contender at Elimination Chamber.
Right.
Who do we have her face-to-face with?
With Rhea. Not Rhea. Wait.
Becky.
There you go. Thank you.
Rhea and Becky. So it was already a foregone conclusion.
Such an idiot.
Already a foregone conclusion that A, Rhea was going to win, and B, Becky was going to win. They've had interactions back and forth backstage, and they've had a couple of promos before Elimination Chamber. But just seeing that, I'm like, yeah, I kind of figures. Drew has been doing some damn good heel work. He is throwing so much straight edge shade towards CM Punk. Dude, the promo is like, I celebrated enough for the both of us. Fuck. I kind of already, this is going to sound like a cheap shot, but it actually makes sense.
Okay.
If this was AEW, Randy Orton would have won, and they would have gone back to 15 years of storyline with Legacy.
Wow. Okay.
But WWE, rightfully so, profitably so, is currently working on probably the lowest common denominators. This is what makes the most sense to the most amount of people that are willing to pay money.
Yeah.
So Drew's been building up his promos that he's missing his opportunity. He deserves to have a crowning in front of an actual audience, which he had a chance and he failed against Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania 38.
Nah, we're not going to talk about that.
I just did.
No.
So obviously, and then with the whole Punk and Drew stuff after Punk got injured and the momentum of Drew just having the heel run he's doing, I kind of figured Drew was going to win. And it's a good call. Drew versus Seth. Matches has happened a couple of times before. They've been good. I wouldn't mind seeing it again. So I kind of figured that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Everything it felt status quo. Like I kind of feel a little bad for everyone that went to Perth for that show, thinking that they were going to see something of consequence when it was just another predictable chapter. Now,
I mean, it's still
good. It's still good. Rhea got
the consequences were easily predictable.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we went.
The show of consequence is not Elimination Chamber. The show's of consequence are Mania, Rumble, Survivor Series, SummerSlam. Your big four. Maybe Money in the Bank because you get to see, we get to stare at these people with briefcases for the next couple of months at least and figure out what they do. But a lot of times, the match before, the pay-per-view before Mania, pay-per-view before SummerSlam, you're not really going to get a lot of surprises.
Right. It's setting up.
It's setting up for the bigger chapters. Yeah.
Yeah.
With that being said, I should go back and watch the women's chamber match because apparently the women's chamber match was a lot better than the men's.
I might agree there.
Defend it.
While I do think the predictable person won, and the person that I even predicted won, in the course of the match, I wasn't as sure. I know that I sat here last week and I said, hey, why are we all looking right past Liv? And I made that argument, and you and Scott were like, hell no, it's definitely Becky. But I was like, well, what if it's not? And that match kind of made me go like, oh shit, was I onto something with the maybe it's not, because Liv was actually doing a pretty good job.
Who was the last one?
Yeah, I was like, oh shit. So I was on the tease of being pleasantly surprised. Now I'm not unpleasantly unsurprised. That's a way of putting it.
You're not disappointed with the outcome.
There you go. I'm not disappointed with Becky winning, but again, it's not it wasn't earth shattering, it wasn't groundbreaking. So but the match itself was solid. There's a lot of nice spots in it. I kind of liked what Raquel was doing in there as well too. She did a really damn good job. Really being the strong person that all the little bits were bouncing off of, So yeah, I thought it was solid, man. It's good. Scott says in the live chat, predictable but solid. Do you mean that for overall, or do you mean that for the men's chamber or the women's chamber, or which one?
I would venture to say he means overall.
Overall, okay. You're just putting words in Scott's mouth over here.
Just words for now.
Just words?
Yeah.
For now.
Yeah. I've got beer.
Wait till later.
I've got beer.
Oh, beer. That's what we're talking about.
The foamy stuff.
Ooh. It's white and foamy. He said the overall show. Yeah. Overall, that's what he meant.
So we were scratching our heads about what this Grayson Waller effect promo was going to be.
Yeah.
Coming out of the promo, where do you see that going? Do you actually see a tag match between Cody and Seth against the Bloodline brothers?
Man, I don't know now. I'm not sure. Maybe it's just straight up when you have your match, I'm going to be in your corner. Now, is that on night 2 and Seth isn't pulling double duty as far as in the same night, and Seth, loses to Drew or something on night 1, and then Seth comes back out just to be in Cody's corner to fend off the rest of the bloodline? Is that what that is? Or are we going to have a night 1 tag match with Rock and Roman versus Cody and Seth? But then where does that leave Drew versus Seth? So is Seth going to pull double duty on night 1? Because I can't imagine both of those matches being on night 2, much less all 3 of the matches. The tag, the WWE Championship, the Universal Championship, all on night 2? What? Man, I don't know. I'm scratching my head a little bit. Now, the other thing that it could be, and this could happen, but it'd be a little whack. The tag match happens on like the Raw before Mania. Raw before Mania, the main event.
SmackDown in Philly, WrestleMania weekend.
Okay, sure.
Or the Raw after Mania in Philly.
Yeah. Bloodline. So Roman and Rock versus Seth and Cody. And that ends with Drew coming out and Solo coming out, and it's just a big schmoz, and everybody gets a stunner and whatever, right?
You got your arrows crossed there, pal.
Well, yeah, you know what I mean. Everybody gets a stomp and a Cody cutter, whatever. Everyone gets a rock bottom.
Oh yeah, everybody gets a rock bottom. There you go. Yeah. So now with the Elimination Chamber, we're straight ahead to Mania. Mm-hmm. Are you liking the way things are shaking up with the rest of the matches outside of the main event picture?
I'm interested in what's going on with Judgment Day, and the tag situation there, and what Well, you know what? We got to give a little bit of flowers to that tag match from Elimination Chamber. I thought that was a damn good match too.
Okay.
So
I need to go back and basically finish this paper.
You didn't watch that match?
Mm-mm.
This is a solid ass fucking tag match, dude. It was good.
With the sunset, apparently.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it you need to watch it. But yeah, I mean, so if we're not counting the 4 world titles, the 2 from the girls and the 2 from the guys, then the other one that I think would be interesting is what is going on with tags. Okay. What is, who's going to dethrone Judgment Day, and what is that going to give Priest to do? Because Priest is still running around with that briefcase. Are we going to have the second ever WrestleMania Money in the Bank cash-in, or is he going to be too focused on tags?
That's the other thing that bothered me, because you prefaced this conversation by saying you're interested with the Judgment Day.
Yeah.
And then you went on about the tag belts.
Yeah.
That energy that you have positively towards the Judgment Day turned negative for me after Monday.
Why is that?
Because I thought, or I would have assumed that WWE would have gotten over their ignorance. Well, we're here in this side of town. Let me rephrase that. Ignorance. By having Austin Theory cash in against the United States champion.
Okay.
So I'm still trying to understand the promo on Raw between Priest and Gunther.
Okay.
That Priest is threatening or teasing.
Exactly what Hector was asking about in the live chat. Welcome, Hector.
Teasing actually taking the belt from Gunther. Like, quick flex. I was at the first Money in the Bank match at Mania 21.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen firsthand what that briefcase does to careers.
Yeah.
Win or lose. Which is why I felt a little disappointed that even in a loss, you couldn't book Austin Theory to cash in against a world champ.
Yeah.
And with Priest and Gunther in that promo, I immediately sold. I'm like, are we going to do this? Mm-hmm. Like, I wasn't thinking Gunther versus Priest at all, and not in a negative way. It's just, again, WWE lately has had this bare bones storytelling of making things pretty obvious. And so we've had this story for months of R-Truth trying to be in the group. R-Truth's no longer in the group. Mm-hmm. R-Truth and The Miz really they're reuniting, but they're kind of like trying to figure it out because R-Truth's not all there. Mm-hmm. The story that had been told to me was R-Truth's probably going to get his comeuppance. He's going to get his payback. He's going to get his redemption against the Judgment Day with The Miz, who's trying to take the blinders off and show him that, hey, the Judgment Day don't want you, fool.
Yeah.
And that we would get Priest and Balor against Miz and Truth.
Okay.
So what the fuck is Priest doing cutting a promo face-to-face with Gunther? I understand we're supposed to get Gunther versus Brock, kayfabe, dirt sheets with the Z, rumors or whatever, that we were supposed to get Gunther versus Brock, and this was supposed to be the match that puts Gunther in the next level, and we don't think he's already there. Loud minority.
Right.
He's been there.
Yeah.
So Priest and Gunther, and then the whole thing was weird. And I don't know if I hate it, because it's fun to boo Dominic, and everyone was booing Dominic.
Yeah.
And then when Gunther pushed him, everyone was cheering for Priest. Like, what the fuck did we just step into? Twilight Zone style.
Yeah.
That all of a sudden, like, now, again, we still haven't answered the question. Is Judgment Day a heel group or a face group? Because we turned blue booing for Dominic. Our balls turned from blue and looking at Rhea Ripley. And we cheer Damian Priest because his personality and his leadership is actually showing.
Yeah.
And JD Funko is good when he's out of the box. And Balor is Balor. We're going to have a soft spot for the Prince until they do something as egregious again as him being the demon and falling off the turnbuckle and losing a title match to Roman. Mm-hmm. And that just muddied the water even more. Do you kind of want to cheer Dominic against Gunther?
No. No, I want to boo Dominic entire life.
If Dominic ends up looking the way Dragunov did after their COVID match, that's our match of the year winner. If you see Dominic in 8 different shades of what the fuck, yeah, cut the kid some slack. If Gunther chops the mullet off this goddamn head, are you gonna give him some slack?
That is an image in my head that I'm like, you know what? Stop! He's already dead.
And he keeps going because he's got mommy at ringside and he can't let mommy down.
Oh man,
because you know how you would feel like if you let both of your mommies down.
Yeah. Fuck. You know what? That's a good point, bro.
We didn't need this 4 weeks from Mania.
Yeah.
Now is the time to have all your stories solidified. We know by now it's AJ Styles versus LA Knight.
Mm-hmm.
After the fucking chamber, we kind of assume it's Logan Paul versus Randy Orton.
Yeah,
which I'm not mad at. I'm actually pretty intrigued.
Yeah, that could be
Logan's easy to boo, and Orton probably was the most interesting I've seen him in years selling that back.
And Orton can really carry him. You know, I'm not saying Logan Paul needs to be carried, but
direction.
He's still a youngin.
He hasn't even had 10 matches in WWE.
Yeah.
And he's already
put him in there with like your most seasoned guy. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Hector in the live chat says, R-Truth is getting the same story that Sammy got, but instead of the bloodline, he's doing it with the Judgment Day.
Yeah, I agree completely.
Okay, that's fair.
Would you be mad at it if you already saw the same story last year?
He's an honorary Judgment Day member.
I still think so.
What about
even if he teams with the Miz as faces and he's still wearing the Judgment Day shirt?
Oh, Jesus,
because he can't lose on profit.
Now, what about Judgment Day from Wish? Final Testament. This feels. God, I'm gonna feel like a piece of shit for saying this, but this feels like an AEW thing to do, where you have 2 factions with the same aesthetic on your show, and they're not spin-offs, they're not interacting, they're not related to each other in either way, but it was like, hey, let me copy your homework, bro. I'm gonna change it just a little bit, right? And so one of them got the A and the other one kind of got the B-, right? But no, you know what? A C. Yeah. And it sucks because I really, really like Akam and Razor, and I like Scarlett, and you know, Ellering is cool having him around. Yeah. And fucking, you could have done something with Killer Cross at some point when he had all the momentum coming from TNA, but you know, you kind of fumbled all that and pretty bad. But
carrying in NXT was interesting.
Okay.
Once they gave him that S&M armor on Raw.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It's pretty bad. But I don't know. I thought Killer Cross was more interesting when he came from NXT. But
with
whatever.
X-Men logo,
we're splitting hairs here, right? Either way, they fucked this dude up. And it's like, I mean, is it bad to have 2 fucking goth groups on TV? I mean, I guess not, but like,
if the inevitable implosion comes, it would probably be the Final Testament picking up the pieces. Because if R-Truth and the Miz are not going to be Judgment Day, which I don't mind if this whole story gets built to Mania and they lose anyway, and Judgment Day holds on to the belts, but Rhea becomes more over than the group as a collective, and things just start imploding from them. I wouldn't mind seeing the Final Testament being that last nail in the coffin. If you're going to have a dominant tag team, I don't see it being Priest and Balor. I see it being Akam and Razor.
Oh, okay.
I'd go one step further and I'd blow up Final Testament.
And just have the Authors of Pain?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's weird having 2 managers and they're polar opposites. You've got a sexy stripper-looking girl and an old man that could look like a pole. It's
no, one's not a manager. One is a valet. The other's a manager. I remember she was training to wrestle. You could say she's the girl wrestler of the group. Maybe. But look, Scarlett's not the one that's bringing that group down. It's Carrion. It's Killer Cross, man. That's who's bringing the group down. And the fact that, again, you already have this group better, longer, more established with the fucking Judgment Day.
Dare I say more interesting characters?
Yeah. That's
even giving credit to Funko. Because the look that McDonough was giving Gunther when he's like, which one of y'all are going to be the one to try to step up to me? Don't tell. Well, you might not be seasoned to answer this question because you didn't watch a lot of UK.
Right.
Jordan Devlin in NXT UK.
True.
Him versus Gunther could put on a 20-minute good, solid banger of a match.
Okay.
And watching his head roll off his shoulders would be great. Mm-hmm. And then that just feeds in more people for Gunther to knock out. But, dude, Final Testament is doing nothing for me as a collective.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
And they have talent and they have sizzle, obviously, Scarlett. You know, they even changed the theme, so she ain't even singing along to nothing. The whole presentation was the black and white and her acting out the vocals and then the posing that Carrion did back and forth. And all. Now it's just another team, another faction.
Yeah.
Well, we got LA Knight versus AJ. We've got Logan versus Randy Orton. And we've got Becky versus Rhea.
Mm-hmm.
Not surprised at some of the booing that Becky got on Monday. There's some moments where the fans are still Team Mommy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, very much so.
I would say that when that match comes around, I'm really going to be firmly in the Team Mommy camp.
I like Becky. She's been boring, but I like her as a wrestler. She puts on decent to really good matches. She had a good feud with Trish last year. She did a lot for NXT with Tiffany Stratton and with Lyra Valkyria. I've kind of said this last week. You can tell a good story in a short amount of time with Liv getting her comeback because Rhea was the one that put her on the shelf. And you can do that on a B-level pay-per-view and get some buzz.
Yeah.
So I don't think what does Becky Lynch benefit in her career from being the one to take the belt from Rhea?
Oh man, I don't know. That's a good question, man.
What does Liv get to gain by being the one to take the belt from Rhea?
That's a lot. That's a big step up for Liv. That's a big step up for Liv.
I agree.
Hell, losing to Rhea at WrestleMania would be a step up for Liv.
Mm-hmm. Even then, if Liv isn't the one to take it from her, I don't see Rhea as the one to take it from her either. The only problem is, who does that leave?
Jade.
Bianca? We never got Rhea versus Bianca since that Royal Rumble where they were the last two people, and they broke off and challenged for other people's belts, and they both won them. But that we never got that, and we still haven't gotten a proper Rhea Belair match.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you said
too fast if Jade's the one that beats her out of the gate.
I'm talking eventually. I don't know
how
why.
long is so Rhea's already had this belt for a minute. So when you say eventually, you think she's going the Roman route? She's going to hold this like belt that no one's ever had before. She's the first woman to hold it, and she's going to hold it for like 3 years to make it relevant.
I don't think 3 years, man. When I'm saying eventually, you got to really fucking put your rear in gear and start strapping that
SummerSlam
that rocket to the moon for Jade. And yeah, I was gonna say SummerSlam. Jade coming out at Rumble was perfect. What we needed to see was Jade on SmackDown on Raw, or if you really had to, just one of the two, and her just beating bitches, right? And then start building her more and more so that by the time SummerSlam does come around, you have a fresh face in there to be the person that probably could beat Rhea.
The irresistible force against the immovable mommy.
Yeah. Yeah. That bitch.
Yeah. Well, if she brings that onto Friday Night SmackDown or whatever show she's going to end up on, it's going to be nuts.
Hector saying Ripley versus Asuka.
We've already had that. And what will that do for Asuka? Like right now, the feud is Damage Control Shanghai edition against Becky and possibly
Shanghai
one leg.
edition.
So, yeah. I was going to go a little bit more of a morbid route because if you want to have it mean something to someone and you want to put the rocket on someone that, for all intents and purposes, has still been on our television program every Monday.
Zelina? No?
Maxine Dupree.
Oh, okay.
What will that do for a girl like that has a losing streak, but all of a sudden wins one match to become number one contender, and you stick that girl in there and make her sink or swim?
That'd be an interesting direction, Cotton. Let's see how it works out. If you're talking about doing that, I wouldn't say give that treatment to Maxine. I would say give that treatment to Chelsea Green.
I was thinking Chelsea Green takes the belt from Bayley at SummerSlam.
Oh, Hector's saying Tiffy Stratton.
I don't. So the other reason why I need to watch this match is because apparently from several sources that I've heard and read.
Yeah, I agree with you, Robert. I'm sorry. I agree with Robert. I should have said this when I was saying it earlier. Maxine needs a lot more training. Yes. And then he follows it up and says, I say Indy Hartwell. No?
The crowd, for whatever reason, was over as fuck for Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah.
If that momentum carries over, if it continues, I would love to see Tiffany Stratton be the one to take the belt from Rhea. If she's going full babyface.
Okay.
Like, I don't think that's established yet. I'm not sure if they're carrying her NXT, like, Buff Barbie character over, or she's starting a new foundation on the main roster.
Well, they got rid of the Barbie font.
Yeah.
That might
they gave her a new song, too, apparently. A new theme song.
Now, that might just be to avoid copyright laws and stuff. But
Fonts aren't fucking image.
Yeah, they can.
Fonts?
Yeah. You tell me Mattel hasn't fucking trademarked that shit? The Barbie font? Come on.
That's 6 letters.
I'm
5 letters. I'm thinking Chelsea Green takes the belt from Bayley.
What?
I mean, Bayley's going to be the face after she beats Io.
Okay.
And the Chelsea stuff's just fun.
Okay.
And she's like, this is 100 calls to management, and I finally got what I wanted. You know, every Karen in the world will be happy. All of them voting for Trump. Yeah. Here's my pussy. Take it.
I didn't realize that she was married to Jericho.
Don't ask her what she was on January 6th.
Yeah.
WrestleMania shaping up to be good. Yeah. 2 nights. We'll see what they do with Gunther, because Gunther versus Jay was fun too, man. Do I want one more match between Gunther and Chad Gable? Maybe. Am I ready to see Gunther beat the fuck out of Sami Zayn? I don't know, man. He ain't got a lot of skin pigmentation. He's gonna look real fucked up when Gunther's done with him.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
What about KO versus Gunther?
That goes back to the question I mentioned earlier. This isn't a negative towards KO. KO and fucking
Sammy?
No.
Oh.
KO and Logan Paul need to run that shit back, because that shit is, there's still more meat on that bone.
Yeah.
But give me a wrestler on the roster right now between either Raw, SmackDown, or NXT that can really benefit from beating Gunther for the IC title, for his first loss on the main roster. Give me. Do you think, what's KO gonna get out of beating him for that belt?
You want a name?
I have one in my head.
I have one too.
Go.
We'll say it on 3. Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Braun Breaker.
Woo! It's like looking into a mirror. God damn. And I know it's sacrilege because he's only been on technically the only thing of main roster he's done is the Royal Rumble. And then before that, They were pushing Stand and Deliver a few years ago when it was in Dallas, and so
it was like a tag match or something.
Ziggler brought the NXT belt to the main roster, so people know what a Braun Breaker is. So you would think I'd be up in arms about, oh, he just showed up for a cup of coffee on the main roster. Very few people know him, and now he's going to be the one to just take the belt from Gunther. But it would do a lot for him.
Mm-hmm.
It would do a lot for him. The only other person I could think of is Vacant.
Vacant?
Yes. I've said this several times, and I'm going to die on this hill until the show happens and we're past it.
Okay.
I have Gunther beating Cody for the belt at Bash in Berlin, and he relinquishes the Intercontinental title. He doesn't get beat. Gunther is still undefeated on the main roster.
And he just relinquishes the Intercontinental. Yeah. Wow.
And it's not by his choice. There's like, we've done this before.
No, it is by his choice. It's by his choice. He's like,
Ring General.
Sacred.
I only need one. Fight for number 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd be down with that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would like to see Gunther.
Hector says in the live chat, Pete Dunne versus Gunther, the bruiserweight.
I wouldn't mind seeing that match again, but I don't see Pete Dunne as being the guy.
Okay.
Yeah. Sidetrack. There's a
Robert says, too much too soon for Braun?
I was thinking that too, but sometimes the positive outweigh the negative. And this isn't your run-of-the-mill scrub that was NIL that you're like trying to like figure out what to do with him. He's second generation. He knows what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah.
He hasn't really had anything negative towards him so far in the ring. He hasn't really gotten injured. He hasn't hurt anybody.
He seems to have
the shit that his racist uncle said has nothing to do about him.
Yeah.
That's about his racist uncle.
Yeah.
You know, I'd be comfortable with giving Braun the shot and see. I mean, and again, it's the Intercontinental belt. It's not the world title. He's not going to be focused 4 segments on a 3-hour show. It's just going to make 1, maybe 2. That's the other thing that was messing with my brain a little bit that I couldn't really put my finger on when we recorded last week. With the whole UFC thing happening on Raw, Chandler calling out Conor McGregor for another fight.
Yeah.
What would you and I know this has been a bone of contention for people that are like historians-ish of WCW, but what would you feel instead of there being like a mid-card title, we just had 2 or 3 titles based on weight classes? This isn't 2013. I can't see someone like Pete Dunne or Ilya Dragunov or Chad Gable being that Daniel Bryan that's going to wrestle 300, 400, 500-pound guys and make it seem believable.
Yeah.
But in the UFC, it doesn't matter what weight class you are. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. Mm-hmm. If you put on good matches, you being a champion is respected, and it has the same weight. There's UFC pay-per-views that flyweight men main event. There's UFC pay-per-weights that featherweight women main event. And they all get the same payday. They get the same bonuses. They get the same buy rates. They get the same attendance in the arenas. Mm-hmm. I would buy fucking Pete Dunne as a credible fighter if it was like the bantamweight or the flyweight or middleweight, as opposed to Intercontinental and the TV titles are mid-card titles. But there's not really anything that defines. There isn't anything that defines what that category of class is, unless you're a wrestling fan and know what gatekeepers and mid-card and lower mid-card and curtain jerkers and all this other like kayfabe shit.
Jabroni.
Humble you. But if you're trying to get a larger audience, it's easier to classify. Oh, Big Show ain't no fucking featherweight. Duh. He's a heavyweight or a super heavyweight. If you classify a lot of these people, you would give more. You would separate some of these weight classes, and people would have more time to shine because every weight class has merit.
I see what you say, and it makes very logical sense.
And I know it's not gonna.
Well, it's not gonna, because wrestling fans are creatures of habit.
And that's
because look at what they tried to do with 205 Live. With the Cruiserweight title and the Cruiserweight Championship and the Cruiserweight Classic. Man, those are fucking banger matches. Mm-hmm. But they were relegated to pre-show at best.
Yeah.
right? They had their own show, but nobody fucking watched it. You know, it was 1 hour. You know, you had to go.
They did the highlighting in the beginning. That's where Austin Aries kind of blew up.
Yeah, but that badass match, Austin Aries versus Neville. Where was it? Pre-show of Mania.
Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Your main event is first.
Yeah, exactly. So it was good. I agree with you. I mean, shit. If they put that much time, care, and effort into it, but I just don't know if I don't want to see the casuals because there's like super hardcore and there's casual, but there's a lot of people in the middle. I don't know if any of the people in the middle can stomach it, right? They're going to, this little guy, he just whatever. I want to see the big Hulk Hogan kind of guys. And like, that's it. And they think this is the world champion. I was like, no, this is the heavyweight world champion. And this is the middleweight world champion. And this is the cruiserweight world champion. You know, they could say it that way.
They're all world champions.
They're all world champions. Yeah. But you got to really fucking break in that middle segment. Super hardcores like me and you, I think we would buy it.
Yeah.
And then super casuals that don't know any better anyways, you just explain it to them and they're like, oh, okay.
Sure.
You know, but the people in the middle of the road, which are probably the majority, no. I just want pepperoni on my pizza and that's it.
Yeah.
You know?
People that like pineapple are fucktards.
Nah, fuck that. Yeah.
So yeah, kind of figured. Do you have any match of the week candidates?
The women's chamber.
Women's chamber.
And I wouldn't go anything further than week, to be honest.
Yeah.
This is good. Good solid match of the week, definitely. Unless there was something on Raw, SmackDown, or AEW, but nothing.
Danielson versus Jun Akiyama was fun.
Okay.
They're really pushing fucking. Oh man, we'll get there. We'll get there. I haven't watched Impact again. Usually, when there's more than 1 week, I can squeeze time in.
Somebody said something about there was the speedball match on Impact.
It's coming up.
Oh, it's coming up.
Speedball versus Ali is coming up.
That's right. Speedball versus Ali.
Taped. It was taped in New Orleans last weekend.
Oh, so we haven't seen it yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
Storytelling wise, for the most part, that men's chamber was good, but because of the finish, I don't know if I'd do it anywhere more than just match of the week. I will say this about AEW, man. They have moments that remind me of why I like AEW.
Okay.
And the moment that I had last night was the same feeling I had when you got here and you caught me watching the 2-hour video on YouTube detailing the entire storyline from No Way Out 2001 to WrestleMania 17 with The Rock and Steve Austin.
Yeah.
I got fucking goosebumps watching Sting rappel from the ceiling.
Oh, yeah.
Against the Bucks last night.
Yeah, that was cool, man.
God damn it, dude.
I fucking called that shit a mile away, though. But it was still really cool to see. Yeah, I called that like halfway through the show. Like when they went into the locker room and it had all the bats hanging down, I was like, he's going to descend from the rafters in the middle of the ring in the main event.
You know what that reminded me of?
What?
Joker Sting from TNA. Oh, God
yeah.
damn, dude.
There was
Arnold, you need to catch up on fucking old school TNA, man. There's a lot of good shit. There's a lot of nuggets in that fucking cave.
I don't think Arnold's in the chat now.
He's not. He'll probably watch this eventually.
Oh, Hector says the room with the bats made me pop. Yeah, made me pop too.
Yeah. If you guys can have the time, Darby Allin put an entry in this Players Tribune about Sting.
Really?
Little story about Sting. And,
okay.
Come with this last match coming up this weekend. It was a pretty good read. It's very short too, compared to the others. Eddie Kingston's was a great read, but you needed at least 30 or 45 minutes to like stomach all that down. Darby's is a little chat book, like 10 minutes. You get through it. It's nice. It's cool. Man, I just wonder what AEW is missing to get back to 2019 AEW, 2020 AEW before COVID, where they were like, first time you go to see AEW, you want to go check them out. You want to see Kenny Omega, you want to see MJF, you want to see the fucking matches that they bring off. Yeah, man. Ospreay's promo is another thing where I was.
Yeah, dude.
Paul Heyman is a great example, and Don Callis followed the lead pretty well when I say that if a heel believes what he's doing is the right thing, if he believes it enough, you can at least understand his point of view.
Okay.
And I'd never, or at least in a long time since I've been watching wrestling, because I think Blackpool Combat Club tried to have this mentality, but they didn't really follow through completely. When Don Callis was in the ring and said, you know, Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, they hated the fuck out of each other. Mm-hmm. But when they got on the court, they won championship after championship because that's what you do. That's how that brothers do this. This makes them both better.
Yeah.
And he said that while they panned to fucking Ospreay and Takeshita, like, mean-mugging each other. Like, I have never been drawn to a match more than I am with that. Because I see the potential, and we've been fans of Konosuke here.
Yeah.
We know what Ospreay can do. You know, the wrestling fan has been watching for so long, knows that Ospreay is the heel because everyone loves him. He's brand new. He's got the new car smell in AEW, even though he's in the heel team. And even he was like, I didn't ask for any of this. What are they doing here? And then, like, he's cool with Hobbs. You know, the handshake, you know, and then the shake with freaking Callis, and then Takeshita hesitant. But then in the end, they shook hands, and there wasn't anything shady between the two, besides a couple of ugly looks, you know, but still, competitiveness. That's the kind of, like, UFC vibe that I really like about UFC, is that their promos, sometimes you have two guys that hate the living fuck out of each other, and then you got two guys that are just paired together because they want to find out who the better one is. Mm-hmm. And watching that promo with Ospreay and Takeshita, the whole Callis family, bruh. We're getting into it. I'm at an 11.
Oh, shit, son.
This match alone might make me spend the actual money to watch this show. Legitimately.
Wow.
This match alone. Ospreay and Takeshita.
Wow.
I am all in. Give it to me.
Well, I guess we're jumping into our Revolution preview. You're at an 11. I am at a 9. I'm at a 9.
Your balls are a bit blue there, Sonny. What's keeping you from busting that nut?
Well, I agree with all that you said, but it just kind of snuck up on me. It was too quick. I wasn't ready. You needed to get out a little bit more lube and tease it a little bit more. Like I wasn't.
They just teased this last week, right?
Yeah.
They announced that they were going to.
I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah, and then this week, last night was Ospreay's official debut.
Yeah.
All elite on the roster,
right?
And we're already. Oh, we're in it now.
Yeah. See, I was looking more forward to having the debut of Ospreay than I wanted to see Callis at all on my TV and see Konosuke,
bruv,
on my TV, right? Because Konosuke, don't get me wrong, I really love his in-ring work a lot. But as many other wrestlers from foreign lands, they suffer from not being able to have a personality because they can't speak the language. Yeah. Now, it's really good that you put Callis with them to speak for him, but that kind of makes him kind of thick. And I don't really care about Callis and the fucking, oh my God, Jesus guy. Like, I mean, like, he gets on my nerves, which is what he's supposed to do, right?
Devil's advocate.
But that doesn't mean that I'm at a 10.
Devil's advocate.
Yes.
In the 12 months of Crow Sting in WCW, how many words did he speak?
Oh, God, I don't know. None?
Some. And that was after he won the title.
Yeah.
So it can be done.
It can be done.
But it's not doing it for you right now.
It's not doing it for me with Konosuke.
Got you.
Right?
Got you.
So and just the fact that, like, oh shit, we're supposed to have this big fucking rivalry with a lot of fucking story off of one promo the fucking week before?
2, the announcement and then him.
No, okay.
But still.
Okay. Yeah. But like, I was ready for him to come out and be all elite. Yeah. And then maybe the following week is when we say, okay, well, this is what we're going to do to have the fucking good match or whatever, this and that. And like kind of build it up or something. Give me a little tease. Give me some. Again, I'm splitting fucking hairs here because I'm at a 9. Yeah. I'm sure this match itself is going to be a fucking barn burner. It may even steal the show. It could very easily be the best match of the night. It could very easily be on a match of the year candidacy if things go that well. But for my anticipation, I'm at a 9.
You're tempering them just a skosh.
Just a little bit. Gotta balance out your 11.
Is it too easy to call Ospreay winning his match, his debut as All Elite against Takeshita?
Yes, it is. It's too easy. That's why I'm saying he's not winning.
So am I. I've got Takeshita winning this. I think this
through shenanigans of the Don Callis family, and I think that shenanigans is going to come by the hand of Kyle Fletcher.
I thought he had visa issues. That's why he hasn't been on TV.
He probably worked it out.
Okay, I hope.
I don't know. Well, I wasn't aware of the visa issues. Okay, so if that's the case, then fuck me, right?
Dude, if it is Fletcher, dang,
yeah,
Ospreay versus Fletcher,
blow up the fucking United Empire. Why? Because this guy is definitely going to be a fucking babyface,
and the rest of the empire is in Japan.
Yeah, the rest of the empire is in Japan, and he's part of the Don Callis family.
Hurt.
He doesn't need. Yeah, Cakes is hurt. He doesn't need to be in 2 fucking different factions and 2 different promotions when, no, he's just part of the Don Callis family. He's not part of United Empire. We're going to
start this with a backstabbing, bro.
Yes. Backstabbing. That'll get more heat onto the Don Callis family. That'll put a bit of a shine on Kyle Fletcher. And fuck, now your brand new toy, the new car smell, it's okay for you to cheer for him now. And they're, boom. Now you have your top baby face in AEW. Weren't we talking about this like last week and the week before? Who the fuck is the top baby face in AEW? Well, I don't know. It's a Swerve. Well, no,
bruv.
It's bruv.
Yeah, bruv.
Yeah. All right. What's going on in the live chat? Hector says AEW is missing structure. Too many belts and wrestlers with little screen time. And then he says, I'm not sure what he's referring to here. They wiped it out and hit Abel in the face. He wasn't ready. They wiped what out and hit me in the face with what? Huh? I don't know. This is basically Don's new toy versus his old toy. Yeah. All right.
I'm kind of hoping to see more of this, actually. And by more, I mean...
like more iterations of this match? Like to go to like best out 2 out of 3 or something?
No, like maybe if you want to actually like kind of plot the beginning of the end of the Don Callis family, I like the idea of him creating his own little fight club and his own family members are fighting each other. Give me Takeshita and Fletcher next.
All right.
Oh, Fletcher wants to man up. Let's see him with Powerhouse.
Yeah.
This is how my family gets stronger. We fight every day.
And then that's when Aussie Cakes comes back out.
If my own family does this to me, what do you think I'll do to you?
Yeah.
You know, again, the whole Blackpool Combat Club. You bleed with us, you're a part of us. But they didn't really grow anything past Yuta, even though Brian Danielson and fucking Moxley in that promo is like, how would we be if we had fucking Tiger Style and we had Daniel Garcia and we had you and we had all this. I was expecting Blackpool to be like fucking
HWO.
No. Who's the group that just beat Metaphor? Regal's kid won the Heritage Cup.
Oh, yeah.
Quarter Catch something,
catch club
point or Quarter Catch Club or whatever.
Yeah,
the
wide receivers.
They grew in a group of people that thought and acted like them, and I figured that's what was going to happen with Blackpool, that they were going to have 1 or 2 more people like Diamond Mine. He had Roderick Strong as the leader, and he was coaching up a couple of kids that wanted to be in the Creed Brothers. And
Chase U.
There you go, like that.
Except without all the comedy.
Yeah. Or the girls.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, man, I've got to catch the beating Ospreay.
Is that the only match you're looking forward to?
I'm at a 9 for Eddie Kingston versus Bryan fucking Danielson.
Fair.
They've even for someone like you that doesn't like him, they've made the story. They told the story well enough for you to either want to see Kingston get his ass kicked or see Bryan Danielson shake Eddie's hand out of respect.
You're right. I don't like Eddie Kingston, but the story of Danielson versus Kingston coming out of the fucking G1 climax with the American,
Classic.
the American G1 climax. Yeah. Coming out of that where like he almost didn't win it because of D-Bry and they will overcome and blah blah blah. I like it, and Danielson
beating all of Eddie's Japanese heroes every week.
He's and doing it in bangers, fucking classics, one after another.
Blue Justice and then Yakayama.
Yeah, that's some good shit.
And then Hechicero was good.
Fuck yes.
It doesn't matter what boat you come off of. Danielson will wrestle you and he will beat you. He will humble you like the dragon he is.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I'm digging the story. So you're at a 9. I'm gonna go with an 8.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, it is Eddie Kingston, and it's for the 3 belts, right?
Yeah.
What are they calling that?
The Continental Crown.
The Continental Crown.
So it's a Continental title for AEW. It's the World title from Ring of Honor, and then it's a belt from the TV title from New Japan, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, New Japan TV something. Yeah.
Okay.
The only thing that's keeping me from a 10 is the group's dichotomy. Again, we're supposed to be booing Bryan Danielson because he's beating up all of Eddie Kingston's legends, but people still cheer for Danielson. Yet he's in a group with the Blackpool Combat Club. They cheer because he's in the Blackpool Combat Club, and people still cheer for Moxley and they still cheer for Claudio.
Right.
And they're cheering for Danielson, even though he's supposed to be there's going to be a couple of scenarios like this during this prediction card. He's supposed to be the bad guy, and people are cheering him because he's in a group of other bad guys that people like.
And Eddie's supposed to be the good guy because he's like this underdog, but there's plenty of people who think he fucking sucks, like me.
Yeah. He makes a better bum than Eddie Kingston. Look at him. Look at the camera. See? Shit.
We need a fucking dress code around here.
What, black's not good enough? I've got Kingston winning. It's too soon for him to lose this. And I think unless Bryan gives a belt to fucking Claudio and the other belt to Moxley and they separate the Continental Menage a Trois, Danielson earns nothing from this that wouldn't have made it a difference.
Oh wow!
How about Eddie winning?
I got the Dragon winning. They've been giving him so fucking much. Why not give him the championship that has 3 fucking belts? Have him to troll Eddie come out like fucking Ultimo Dragon, where he actually wins some other belts, and he has fucking 9 titles hanging off of his fucking arms to fucking troll Kingston because he's the best fucking wrestler in the world.
And then on this arm, he has an actual belt for his slacks.
He's gonna go down to AAA, win the Mega Championship. He's gonna go to CMLL, win their championship. He can't defend either one at the same time in Mexico, but when he's in the States, he can hold them, and that's like what 4 and 5, and he's gonna go to fucking TNA.
Cuatro y Cinco.
Yeah, he's gonna go to TNA. He's gonna go to fucking Rev Pro or some bullshit. Win whatever there, and then
ROW.
ROW, and then he's gonna beat.
He's gonna get the women's belt from ROW. He's like, Booker T ain't gonna treat me like shit.
Yeah, and then he's gonna go beat Woo Woo Woo. You know it for his Woo 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 title, and then he has fucking 9 belts. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
Wow.
Yeah. He's going to have a belt from New Japan, from Noah, from CMLL, from AAA, from like every fucking major promotion you ever heard of except for WWE.
I have a question.
Yes.
Were there supposed to be more people in the Meat Madness match? Because they initially advertised this Meat Madness match as Archer versus Hobbs versus Wardlow.
Right.
Which storyline sense to begin with, how the fuck did these two get in this match? And apparently the match was called off.
It was called off
because of injuries.
Right.
Yet
Yes.
we have an all-star scramble, and the 3 original participants in the Meat Madness match is in this match. What? I'm gonna get us some more water. Help us.
I know. I'm good. I'm gonna have to pop here in a second. Yeah, I don't get it. So who was injured that stopped the match from being a 3-way?
Big Show.
Big Show wasn't in the match.
He wasn't announced yet.
Was he
got a lot of meat madness that thought there were going to be more people.
But what is Big Show not injured at this day and age? I mean, dude, he's like, what, 42? 58?
When he's asleep.
69? I don't know what the fuck he is.
He was an extra in Encino Man.
Great.
Had to thaw him out.
Yeah. Captain Insano shows no mercy.
Off the top of my head, if I remember the graphic, it's Jericho, it's Archer.
Wait, Jericho's in this match?
Yes. It's Jericho,
Okay.
It's Archer, it's Powerhouse, it's Wardlow. There's supposed to be
This
a
can't
triple
be right.
threat.
That can't
There's
be right.
supposed to be
What's
a triple
it called? It's
threat.
called the All-Star Scramble?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to tell you
There's
for sure.
supposed to be a spot that Brian Keith is going to win, so he's going to take that, so he's going to lose again. And then there's another match where somebody else is supposed to get is for another spot.
Here we go. All right.
Help us.
Jericho, Hobbs, Archer, Wardlow, Hook, Cage.
Hook, Cage, yeah.
And
there's
then
two
more.
spots.
There's two more
Yeah.
spots. Two more spots that it'll probably be Penta, because one of those matches is Penta versus Keith versus someone else. I don't remember who the
Action
someone else.
Andretti?
Yeah, I think so. It's like there's no way it's gonna be Brian Keith. I love you, Brian Keith, but there's no way it's gonna be Brian Keith and Action
I'm
Andretti.
sorry, bruv. I've lost all fucks to give for Brian Keith already.
Hombre,
He
wey, no!
He don't win shit. And then they sign him to an all-elite contract, and he still hasn't won shit. Your first 4 matches are title matches. Where do you go from there? He cut the decent promo about him coming for a bounty, but where's his character? Where's the posters? Where's the vignettes?
He's got the shirts. The shirts are on sale. They just came out. He just got signed and he already got merch, man. What are you talking about?
Everyone in AEW's got merch.
Oh, God. Are you just bitching right now about merch?
Yeah. That's the All-Star Scramble. I am at a 0.
0?
Yeah.
Is this for anything?
I don't even fucking know.
Shits and giggles?
Sure. See if that's for a shot at the mid-card. Or how many mid-card titles they got? The Continental Crown, the International, the Hose. No, that's not the TNT title.
Okay, 6 of the 8 participants, blah, 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 was announced on Dynamite, Jericho, Friday's Rampage, CMLL's Mangus versus Matt Sydal. Okay, so that is going to be one of those other two. And then, so who would you want to see in there as well? Matt Sydal or CMLL's
I would want
Mangus?
Matt Sydal in there if the first thing he does is go to the top rope and slips.
Who the fuck is Mangus from CMLL? Do you know who this is? Or no, Magnus, Magnus. No, that was Nick Aldis' old name in fucking TNA, right?
Magnus, I think.
Magnus. Who the fuck is this? Okay, so it's going to be one of these two guys. So either Matt Sydal, or one of the CMLL guys.
There are thousands of people in the passport list. Not everyone can be American. Tony Khan, you cannot sign every Mexican luchador and make all of them matter. You have to pick a couple and run with them, especially if there's an issue where you can't have AAA guys on the same television program as the CMLL guys. So far, from this invasion of Mexicans, who have you liked?
Hechicero.
Then?
That's it. So there's no way Magnus or Mangus or whatever, Magnum, whatever you call him, there's no way he's winning because the other qualifying match, we just said, Penta, Brian Keith, and we were being racist. It's not Action Andretti. It's Dante Martin.
But all 3 of them interchangeable.
Yeah,
they're
sure.
like the edgeheads.
Yeah.
They're all the same.
Yeah. They're what was it? The House of Half Black. That's what they are.
You ever watched Last Week Tonight with John Oliver?
Yes.
He is under the suspicion that there is no Mary-Kate and Ashley. It's just one girl simultaneously moving fast.
Yes.
All 3 of them.
Yes.
Action Andretti and the 2 other kids. They're all the same person.
Yes.
I don't care about this match.
Okay. I'm gonna 5.
What?
I'm at 5. Because there might be some cool shit in that match. I don't know. There might be some little spots. I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt.
Watch what I'm about to tell you,
Okay.
and then remember me when the patch is over.
Okay.
There will be at least 2 injuries that will put people on the shelf.
Wow. You mean coming from this match?
Yes.
There'll be 2 injuries coming out of this match?
Yes.
Wow.
1 for each.
1 for each. Son of a bitch. Oh, wait. The whole reason why I was looking this up to see if it was for something. So hold on. Let me. What is it? Tony Khan announced on social media due to injuries. Proposed Meat Madness match for Revolution was proposed.
People in the chat. Was the main event with Jericho and Aerostar, Polestar, old dude, the junior kid? Was that worth the main event?
Anything, apparently.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It's an exhibition.
Okay.
You're gonna.
Okay, you know what? 4.
There you go.
I'm at 4.
Thank you.
Okay.
Remember, we found out that Adam Cole was the devil.
Right.
And he's got a group of people.
Yes.
That need to be elevated to the next level.
Right.
Like Wardlow.
Yes,
Wardlow. In this match.
Wardlow is in this match.
Why?
Because he's the main meat of the meat match. So
are you overlooking Powerhouse?
Yes.
Why?
Because they ain't doing shit with Powerhouse.
The whole match was made by Don Callis for Powerhouse because no one had the guts.
No, it wasn't. This match was made by Tony Khan.
The original match, the Meat Madness match.
The Meat Madness match was made by Tony Khan.
No, the original promo where Callis announced Ospreay versus Takeshita. He had also announced that he has something special for Hobbs at Revolution because there was no challenger.
No mames, way. Come on, Hobbs isn't winning shit.
Hobbs ain't winning this either.
I want Hobbs to win stuff, and if it was the 3-way match where it was Archer, no way Archer's winning anything anytime soon. It was Archer, Hobbs, and Wardlow. Wardlow's winning.
He's beating Archer. Yeah,
definitely.
I don't see Hobbs taking a pinfall here, but I don't see him winning this either.
Good. So if you stick him in this match, who's winning this match? Cage, Penta, Hook? Or are they still going to go with Wardlow? I think it's either Hook. Wardlow or LOL Jericho wins because it's Jericho.
What is he even doing in this match?
Yeah, why is he in this match? Why is Jericho in this match?
He has nothing storyline wise.
So,
he has nothing.
So is this LOL Jericho wins? Because Jericho has to win stuff because he's the most prominent.
Fuck it. Hook's winning.
Hook? I still got Wardlow winning, but all right, cool. Let's move on.
Round 2, FTR versus Moxley and Claudio. First one ended in a draw. Arnold's favorite kind of inning.
7.
8.
Okay.
There was not a lot of Moxley fuckery as far as the hardcore wrestling that Moxley does. He had to actually wrestle in the ring against FTR.
Moxley fuckery.
And Claudio followed in tow. Because remember before, we did not watch AEW to see hardcore Claudio.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've got FTR winning.
Yeah, FTR's winning. I wish that I could say, fuck, this match is a 9 or a 10. I wish I could say that, but no, I'm at a 7. And I'll tell you one reason why. There might be a few other reasons I just can't put into words that I'm just not sure about yet, but I can tell you one reason. They've made Claudio a Jannetty.
Oh. And he's so much better than Moxley.
He's so much better than Jannetty. Yes, Claudio should have been one of the top guys, if not the top guy, at least for a while. Technical wizard, just twisting people into fucking pretzels week in, week out. But he is third fucking fiddle in the Blackpool Combat Club. Third fiddle between Mox, which we all have very mixed feelings about Mox, and Danielson, which, great. Danielson's awesome. But, sometimes you got to be a little tender with them because you never know when he's going to break.
And it's his farewell run. And he already broke on his farewell run.
Yeah, with the fucking eyes and everything. Yeah. So it's like, fuck, couldn't we have elevated Claudio to be the guy?
They tried. He was Ring of Honor world champion. You remember?
Ring of Honor.
He beat that midget, the Octopi.
Fucking Ring of Honor.
And then he beat Zack Sabre because Zack Sabre's opponent was injured.
But if a dog takes a shit in a pool and nobody is there to sniff it.
No, that's not the problem. The problem is Tony Khan puts a lot of Ring of Honor shit on AEW television when Ring of Honor should have died years ago.
At the end of the day.
Where's Athena?
I don't know. On Ring of Honor TV, I guess.
Yeah.
Behind the paywall. But no, Claudio's been grossly misused. Claudio should be in the position that Joe is in right now without the serendipity that got Joe to that spot.
You know what? I'm going to take it a step back. Claudio should be holding the 3 belts right now instead of Eddie Kingston. He's the guy that you send around the world with all the belts and get more eyes on AEW.
And his passport's working. Motherfucker's been from Switzerland for fucking 20 years.
Yeah. Those 5 languages. 6 strong style. Yeah, Claudio's the guy you tour around. I like Eddie. But I don't know.
You have more mileage on Claudio's wheels than you have on D-Bry's. Yeah. And his wheels run a lot prettier than Moxley's. Why was Moxley the guy forever?
And those wheels have never been on a sports car. They've always been on a sedan that knows it'll get you from point A to point B. At least Danielson had his moment at WrestleMania 30. Where's Claudio's moment? The Ring of Honor world title in the promotion that he left behind because he outgrew.
Moxley is an 88 Plymouth that just won't die, right? But at least
if he's a car that doesn't die, he's definitely a Toyota. Not your Toyota, because you treat your cars awfully. Poor Yaris. I could have turned that into a lemon. Yeah.
It already was a lemon.
There's a 24-hour of Le Mans where it's like high-profile endurance sports cars, and then here in the United States is 24 hours of lemons. Or you get hoopties like your car and you run it off the rails for 24 hours to see if it survives.
Nice.
Yeah. FTR, yeah.
Yeah, FTR should win this because I don't want to say they're the legitimate tag team because it's not like Mox and Claudio aren't a legitimate tag team. It's just that they are a group of individuals. They're not a tag team. Yeah.
Orange Cassidy against Roderick Strong for the international title.
6. I don't give a fuck about Roderick Strong going after this title at all. I want to care about the Undisputed Kingdom, but ever since the big reveal, it was kind of like they forgot to write anything after that part of the story. It was like, we're going to put everything we can into Act 2 and just forget about Act 3. And cool, you had such an awesome twist in the middle of the book, but the last few chapters, you forgot about it.
Undisputed Kingdom will be worthless if Roderick Strong doesn't win this match.
Damn.
The whole point of Adam Cole being the devil and the rise of the Undisputed Kingdom was for them to prosper. You can debate what you want about what Wardlow will get, what he will reap from wrestling in that all-star scramble. But this is the first actual title match that anyone in the Undisputed Kingdom is getting. And if you're trying to validate that faction, you've already got a tall hill to climb without Adam Cole actually being something physical there. So with Xavier on the ringside, this is the first actual thing they get. And if Roderick Strong does not win the belt, if it takes 100 people to cheat to beat fucking Orange Cassidy, if it takes apple juice to overcome Orange, if Roderick doesn't win this, that group means nothing. It's bupkis.
Because they're right now teetering on the edge of meaning nothing. They are.
Yeah.
They are. all of that build over the summer between Adam Cole and MJF, that was the hottest fucking thing going. But since MJF has been gone, which, by the way, MJF is still gone, y'all. Why is nobody talking about this? Why haven't we been talking about this? Have we all just assumed that, oh yeah, he'll just be gone for a couple of weeks or whatever, and he'll be back? It's been months now, bro. Months. What's going on? Is this the bidding war 2024 and the bidding isn't going very well? Is this just his every 2 years he just takes a really long sabbatical for whatever reason? Because that's what is that what really was happening before Double or Nothing? Remember, he was gone for Double or Nothing. He was gone forever, and then when's he coming back? Whatever, and then like everybody thought, oh fuck, he'd really quit, and everyone thought that he did all this real shit, and that they kicked him off of TV because of what he said about Tony Khan being a mark. Was it all work so that he could have a really, really long fucking sabbatical? And is he taking another sabbatical again? Is that all this is?
He's banged up as fuck, so he's taking the time off that he needs.
So is it just injuries? What is it?
The reason we're not talking about it is because we kind of knew that he was going to be gone, but the problems have continued to worsen to the point that we've completely overlooked it. The bigger issue is not MJF being gone. The bigger issue is being the fucking fumble that was the execution of the Undisputed Kingdom and subsequently continuing the Undisputed Kingdom without Adam Cole prominently, physically the primary.
Okay.
Roger, a lot of times Cole's not out there. And so who's the mouthpiece? It's Roderick Strong. Or sometimes it's the Kingdom going out there. Wardlow had a fucking banger promo a few weeks ago.
But that felt more like Wardlow by himself.
Yeah.
That wasn't like
on his own path. Not in a fucking bukkake smorgasbord scramble that they're labeling All-Star. And so if Roderick Strong doesn't win this, then him and his porn stash can just go back to fucking NXT.
Damn!
Taven and Bennett are good hands, but oh God, I can't believe I'm saying this. They were on a brand that went bankrupt for a reason.
Damn! You did not just call them out for the fall of ROH.
Taven was the champ. What did it do? The Kingdom was running strong. What did it do? They did a new Kingdom with fucking Vinny Margolis and the other crazy ass cracker. What did it do?
Damn. I want to argue with you because I love Mike and Maria.
And I'm not saying I don't.
I can't argue.
I've got my banker glasses on, and I'm just looking strictly at numbers. It's red, blank, 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 blank. How the fuck did this go black? Oh, the black is starting to go down. Oh, we're going into red again? What the fuck? You got too many pieces that didn't work. And you got more pieces because you like collecting pieces. It's like going to the Lego store. Instead of buying an actual set, you just go to the bin and start getting loose shit. And you don't make nothing. What the fuck? Oh, is this the third episode in a row that I break you?
Wow. Goddamn, Chris. Damn. So Hector in the live chat says, didn't Cole leave WWE because he didn't want to be a manager? What a twist of fate.
No. Sorry, bro. You need to watch more ER. More of Twist of the Ankle. Because he's doing a lot of this now.
Yes.
Yeah. Parking's great, though.
Where's Keith Lee when you need him?
There is a very big hole that's missing, and it's not just MJF. We had the unscheduled timing of Omega's insides trying to escape and become his outsides.
Right.
And we're missing Kenny Omega here. Keith Lee, it's always like Mexico traffic. Start, stop. You don't get any momentum with Keith, or you don't do any momentum with Keith Lee. MJF, now that we brought it back out into the light, yeah, we can use some good promos to sell some shows, to sell some tickets, to sell some pay-per-views.
Yeah.
This show just landed on their lap. It sold 14,000 tickets on the word of mouth alone that Sting was having his last match there. And now that we know what Sting's last match is, I bet a lot of people are not going to be happy at that arena when it happens. Speaking of which, Sting and Darby against the Young Bucks for the tag titles.
Is this the main event?
I would like it to be.
Okay, I agree.
I would like it to
But
be.
is it?
You're selling this as Sting's last match? It better be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Sting's last match. Darby Allin and Sting versus the Young Bucks for the AEW Tag Team Championships.
Matt and Nicholas Jackson, yeah.
Right. Matthew and Nicholas.
Matthew and Nicholas.
Yes,
yeah.
Matthew and Nicholas. I kind of have mixed feelings about this, right? Fuck it. I'll just throw a number out there that just feels right to me right now. 8.
Because when you turn it to the side, it's boobies.
Yes. No, I as much as I like the Young Bucks, as much as I've defended the Young Bucks from the cornies of the world over the years, I really don't like this iteration of the Bucks. And I get it, they're heels. I'm supposed to not like them, but I can't see them playing this character and still wrestle the same style. Because if you're going to have this big of an overhaul of your character,
kill the Young Bucks name completely.
Kill the Bucks name, but also kill the style, the flashy super kick party style.
They're renaming stuff, but they're not getting rid of it.
Right. So
EVP Trigger, the Tony Khan driver instead of the Meltzer driver.
Yeah.
But it's still the same. Yeah, it's the same fucking name.
Yeah. So I think for this gimmick to work, they need to pull back and just not be as flippy dippy or as flashy, which is kind of the antithesis of what they've been their entire career. So it's fucking with my brain, man. Like I don't know what to expect out of them. And for Sting's last match, I shouldn't be focused on their opponents and what they're gonna do. I should be focused on Sting. Right? And that's not what's happening in this match.
I'll start with the Young Bucks. I think we watch enough wrestling that we expect things to happen so fast, and we expect it to work so fast. I believe the development will continue, and at some point, we're gonna get the characters
for the Bucks.
Yeah.
Okay.
We shat all over the Judgment Day. Look where they are now.
Okay.
Here's an example. I have Sting and Darby winning this.
Okay.
Because Darby doesn't have a partner, the EVPs are going to vacate the titles.
Fair.
And they're going to make a nice big tournament.
Okay.
And the Young Bucks are going to just put themselves in the finals.
Okay.
Because that's what the EVPs do.
Okay.
And we'll have this badass tournament of a team that weathered everything and made it to the finals, that are just so fucking banged up that the Young Bucks just take it from them. And that's where the development of Nicholas and Matthew as heels will continue. There's flurries I like. When they cut backstage and they're on headphones and they have the little fucking like editing shit, then doing the promos coming in and like, hey, we're gonna have a great show. It's like, oh, we almost find you. Oh, here's Tony. We apologize for last week. We're gonna give you a gift card. It's off the books. You're not paying taxes. This is for you. We apologize. Mm-hmm. There's stuff there. It's just gonna take me a while for me to believe them as asshole EVP characters of a television show. I still feel like it's an act what they're doing.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And hopefully they start dialing back some stuff in the ring so that the characters that we see outside the ring are the same characters that we see inside the ring. So that's going to take a little bit of time. So I'm not going to kill them yet. I will kill AEW for the fact that you could have had other tag teams instead of the Young Bucks, or you could have had other people as opposed to Sting to be the final match. I felt like a kid watching Sting repel from the Raptors. Mm-hmm. The moments before that reminded me of why WCW failed because
of Flair.
Because of why they're beating up Darby. Where's Sting? Okay, here comes Ric Flair. Now Ric Flair's getting beat up. Where's Sting? Oh, Flair's dead. There's Sting.
Yeah. How long were you going to stay up there? Couldn't you have came down 15 minutes ago?
Couldn't you have landed in the ring?
Yeah.
You know, there's some of that stuff.
Hector says Sting handpicked the Bucks for the match.
Okay. It doesn't matter if Sting handpicked the Bucks. Sting is not the boss of AEW. There has to be someone to say, look, Sting, your last match, we can give you somebody from the classics, or we can give you Darby because you've been teaming for so long. It'll do wonders for Darby.
So speaking of Darby, what happens after this match? Win or lose, Darby is
going to Everest.
Darby's charisma crutch is gone.
Ouch! Where the fuck did that come from? He's not from Ring of Honor. You don't gotta hate him. Wow.
Yeah.
Darby can cut a promo.
Can he?
Darby is unique in the ring. He's a human wrecking ball.
Yeah, I guess.
You know, he can sell. He has an identity that is not like every other flippy dippy that's in the independent scene or AEW. You've got kids that go to the shows dressed like him. What is he missing for you to actually get the Darby Allin? What is it?
All the stuff that you just said is right. It's true. However, all of those things, if they were attributes on like an AEW or WWE video game, wrestling video game, all of those attributes are good attributes. But none of those attributes are at a 10.
Okay.
All of those attributes are at a 7, an 8, 7, 8, 8, 8, 8, 7, 7, 8, 7, 7. None of them are 9s. None of them are 10s. Yeah, sure. You got some wrestlers that are like 2 and 10. Great wrestlers, but they can't talk for shit. Or the other way around. Darby, all around, you're right.
He's solid.
He's solid.
Nothing wrong with a 7.
Nothing wrong.
Especially if you're standing around a fuck ton of 2s.
Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with that. But
for you, what's missing?
The 10s, the 9s. Everything there is good. Without Sting, without the legend of Sting, the only thing that could have maybe been a 10 is, oh, look at who his friend is. Look at who his daddy be, right? Without Sting, can he swim?
He swam before Sting got there.
Did he?
He was one of the more interesting people on the show. He was one of the people that I like. TNT champion. Wow.
Okay.
COVID might have done a number on our memories as far as, well, we didn't watch a lot of wrestling because it was COVID. It was in front of nobody.
What are you talking about? That's all we had to do was watch wrestling.
Well, that too. But damn, I did not expect the Darby slander from you.
Hector says the boss argument got us Taker matches past his prime. Taker versus Roman. The who's the boss and the boss saying who's yeah.
With all due respect, sir. And I said with all due respect, so I can say whatever the fuck I want.
Oh, okay.
With all due respect, one old man has been doing it for 40 years. And look at their crowds. And then you got the other guy, self-funding. Look at his crowds. Yeah. Look at his ticket sales.
All right.
Look at his stars. Wait. MJF's hurt. Can you make us hurt? Stars. Let's take a look at the stars.
Samoa Joe?
Edge is hurt, kayfabe.
Oh, Edge
yes. Has Samoa Joe gotten hurt yet?
No.
He's done it before several times.
Yeah.
With title runs. Stars. No, well-known names.
What's your point,
Chris? Are we tired of Jericho yet?
Oh, yeah.
Because he's been on Dancing with the Stars, and he's been on Wipeout, and he's been on...
We're tired of Jericho. I'm tired of Jericho.
Stars. Let me know if we got to turn out the lights and open the windows.
The windows.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's your point, Chris?
I think there could have been a lot better for Sting.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I said it. Edge is hurt. Kayfabe. I don't know how much of that's true or not. Christian versus Daniel Garcia for the TNT title.
8.
Yeah?
Yeah.
8.
I love me the patriarchy. Fuck, I love it so much. I love it so much, man. It's so dumb and stupid. And of all of the stars that you brought over, Christian wasn't the one that I was thinking was going to really fucking do well for himself in AEW. God damn, has he done it. I did not expect to love this Christian as much as I loved TNA Christian Cage. God damn. He's so good at this fucking role, man. And he's making me believe in Nick Wayne.
Yeah?
Yeah. And Mama Wayne out there,
bro,
ain't that bad.
I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna sound kind of weird, but I low key admire this. I would rather see someone overly dressed like Mama Wayne as opposed to a Hooters girl. Holy fuck, Mama Wayne is rocking it, bro.
Mama Wayne.
Because in all black, and I wonder what's underneath there. Most of the other women, you can kind of tell what's there because it's fucking up there.
Yeah. But that t-shirt, though. That t-shirt, Christian is my father. And Excalibur had to call it out. It's like, well, Christian's not really his father, but... Yes.
Or was it Taz? Was it Taz called it out?
Was it Taz that called it? Well, whoever it was, one of the commentators. It was fucking hilarious. I thought it was great. I love this stuff.
I still don't know what the fuck you're doing with Killswitch. Because I don't...
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's the one downside of this group. But, hey, you got to have a heavy, right? Scott.
If we were to ask the question, name me a bad Christian match, will there be? How many of them will there be? I'm expecting Daniel Garcia to probably have the best match he's had in AEW. Oh, shit.
Scott, you know, Chris is getting older when he's checking out Nick Wayne's mom.
You know the song, man. Nick Wayne's mom has got it going on.
Wow, Scott.
Have you seen her, though?
Scott, you would.
Who wouldn't? I know who wouldn't.
Who wouldn't?
Nick Wayne's dad. The reason Christian's character is working is the same reason why I cut that joke. He is not holding any fucking punches. When he gave the address to Daniel Garcia's dad's cemetery plot, bro, the fact that everything that Christian has been spitting in this entire run as a patriarchy is legit fact.
Yeah.
It's going to become a problem.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's a problem that you want to have, because you already have people that you're telling the audience you're supposed to cheer and they boo. And you're telling people you're supposed to boo and they cheer. And then you have Christian, who's right on the cusp of, God damn it, motherfucker, I gotta like you. Like, God, give him the world title run before the year's over.
New category for HWR, heel of the year. Possibly, yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. The reason why I'm at an 8, not at like a 9 or a 10, Garcia. I mean, Garcia had a little dance. That's cool.
We've had this conversation before.
Trying to do. He needs something
you're
else.
Missing. I'm
missing something.
You're missing the pieces that have already been aired that some of us have seen.
Okay, what am I missing?
I'm at a 9 for this, and the only reason I'm at a 9 is because I still don't think that Christian is losing this belt yet.
Okay.
Because the patriarchy's got a lot more room to run.
Right.
But I'm thinking this is what puts Garcia in that next level. I think Garcia, give me Garcia versus Roderick Strong for the international title.
Oh, it's a foregone conclusion in your mind. Strong's winning this title. Yeah. I don't think he is. I think you know what? I don't think I got to say my prediction. My prediction is Orange retains.
I don't even think the hologram of Eddie Guerrero is going to beat fucking Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy is going to win every single match until we die.
He's going to beat Bruno Sammartino's record.
And he's going to prove my fucking point. You don't need to end every pay-per-view with the World Heavyweight title. We're going to main event pay-per-views with the International title because Cassidy's 1,000-0.
Yeah.
Fuck. This is another one of the matches that I would pay my money to watch this.
Garcia and
Christian.
Okay.
The comedy on the outside of the ring. FTR is already wrestling. Mark Briscoe is going to be somewhere. Who's going to come out? Oh, Daddy Magic is going to be on Daniel Garcia's side. Oh. And he has been just as instrumental in the rise of Daniel Garcia's redemption story as Daniel Garcia himself. I do not see Daddy Magic going to the patriarchy. This is going to be fun.
I mean, he's already a daddy.
Yeah.
It's Daddy Magic.
Yeah.
Hector says, I want Ospreay versus Pac. And he also says Briscoe is doing a story with the House of Black.
Yeah. Apparently, he has a banger match on Collision with Buddy Murphy. There's a storyline that they're doing with Mark Briscoe in the House of Black.
Okay.
And I kind of want to see it.
Okay. Are we almost through this card?
Yeah, almost.
Okay.
Toni Storm versus Deonna Purrazzo for the women's world title.
9.
What's keeping you?
I don't know.
Can I tell you?
Yeah.
I'm at a 9.
Okay.
And Purrazzo's performance in AEW has been tarnished by that goddamn Madison Rayne match.
Oh, yeah.
That match did nothing to help Purrazzo.
Yeah.
Nothing. The storyline of Toni Storm covering up her old tattoo with some new shit because she doesn't want to be reminded of the Purrazzo stuff, leaving it behind. Arnold put over the different color schemes on the side-by-side promo. One was black and white, the other one. They've done that a couple times before. Toni Storm is a fucking international treasure at this point.
Yeah.
She made Luther something of an attraction. You know, Mariah May, that's going to come later on down the road. Apparently she was big in Stardom, but she's Toni Storm's little lackey in this group. That'll come to fruition soon. I'm a fan of Purrazzo's work. I don't think I've seen a bad match of Purrazzo until Madison Rayne came along. And ever since then, I've just had this weird taste in my mouth. I went to Papacitos and had their spicy salsa when they give you the chips and salsa. This is the second time I've gone there in the last couple of months.
Okay.
And both times I get the aftertaste of Fabuloso.
What?
I still have the taste of Madison Rayne in my mouth 2 weeks later. And I'm probably still going to have the taste of Madison Rayne's botches in my mouth watching this main event match on Sunday.
So you're saying Madison Rayne tastes like Fabuloso?
Yes.
Okay.
Lavender, not lemon.
Noted. Baby, you taste like Fabuloso. What's that? It means fabulous in Spanish, baby.
It means you clean.
It means you clean, baby. That's that.
Just in time for me to dirty it.
Aye. Hector says,
bro, before you say that, sidebar. We are going to fall in love with the Iron Savages.
Oh yeah?
Shit, man. They got this thing because they cut all the promos and the promo guy is all about eating ass and shit. Arnold's favorite band,
right?
And so now one of them has this thing where we're taking you to Titty City, and the fat one goes like this, and it's motorboat. Oh god, we're months away from that being the next. Yeah.
Hector says Purrazzo looked winded.
That too.
Do you think Purrazzo is a little rusty, a little winded? Maybe,
She looked winded in the other match against Princess
Amidala?
Wakanda. Yeah, her.
Yeah. She's all elite now.
She looked a little winded. The match with she was going about a quarter of a percent slower purposely for Madison Rayne. Dude, we might have to watch that match again. I might have to watch it again. That match was god awful.
And you want to watch it again?
Just to verify. Yeah.
All right,
it
what
smells
else?
like piss in here. Yeah, piss. Gotta smell again to make sure.
Statlander story is entertaining, says Hector in the live chat.
Dude, have anyone else noticed the coolest title in wrestling right now?
What's that?
So, Julia Hart not only has a world championship belt, she is currently wearing a TBS championship hat. She has that black fucking Undertaker hat.
Yeah.
But if you look underneath the bill, it's pieces of the TBS title underneath it.
Oh,
it's fucking boss, and I've noticed it, but I haven't really put the pieces together. Statlander beat Sky Blue last night.
Right, that was a good little match.
Hypothetical pre-show: Statlander versus Julia Hart for the host title. Number
8.
8.
They got Statlander winning.
I think Julia Hart's time has come.
Even though she has that badass.
So here's the thing. I, in my opinion, I believe that the trajectory that Julia Hart's story is going doesn't need the belt for it.
She needs a belt for the badass hat.
We get another hat. But
But
here's another possibility, because they kind of teased this. Do you know why Sky Blue is now on Julia Hart's corner?
Because she got spit on.
Who else got spit on?
Willow Nightingale.
Yes.
So you think Willow's going to turn?
I believe Willow's going to turn.
I think Willow should have been turned by now if that was going to happen. That was a while ago.
Yeah, but it might mean something if she does it now in a title match to help her Lord and Savior keep the belt.
Okay.
And hat.
And the hat.
Samoa,
I just really love this hat.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck?
Samoa Joe, Hangman Page, Swerve Strickland.
Is this the main event?
This either goes first or next to last.
First or next to last?
Yeah.
This is not the main event.
This is Sting's retirement. You have to end this with Sting and Darby. You have to end it with Sting and Darby.
All right. 9.5. Give me a number, Chris.
9.5.
What is keeping you from busting that 10 nut?
I didn't want Hangman in this match. Motherfucker got me. I liked it and I hated it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
He did a good job of selling the fucking injury.
Yeah.
And almost a facey thing to do, except your people still don't like your ass. Why? Help me. Why? Motherfucker broke into his house, cut a promo on his baby, got hung. Hangman got hung-did. They're 1-1-1. Why is Hangman getting booed?
The mustache. In comedy, you don't punch down, you punch up. That's what Swerve's doing right now.
It's AEW. The game's 5-on-2.
It's Black History Month, man. Yeah.
and Samoa Joe's close enough?
No, Swerve is close enough. I don't know, man. I don't get it. At least logically, I don't get it. But in my heart, I get it. In my heart, I understand. Because you know what? Hangman is kind of a dick. Hangman, we tried with you, man. We really did. But you know what? Fuck Hangman.
You know what you could have done that would have been just as well?
What?
Say this was the main event and Sting and Darby was right beneath it. Mm-hmm. Young Bucks with fuckery take the belts from Sting and Darby. And Hangman never showed up for the main event because last night he hurt his ankle and made it clear he was not going to compete, and he limped out of the ring and limped into his hybrid car and drove back fucking home.
Okay.
And then the Young Bucks as an EVP says, guess what? This was supposed to be a 3-way. It's going to be a 3-way. Here comes Hangman, and the evil EVPs help Hangman, and the Elite now have all the gold, and they're gone.
That could possibly happen. Yeah.
Well, Black History Month is technically over this Sunday.
That's true.
So,
Today's the end of Black History.
Day, yeah.
Yeah.
You had a good run, Swerve. No, 9.5. I don't want Joe to be my transitional champ. Swerve didn't need a loss right now. And for all intents and purposes, I don't know if Hangman needed the loss either. So I understand logically in booking why we have this triple threat.
Hangman, when he lost last time, he had this whole fucking story arc of hitting the bottle.
Oh, man.
Hitting the booze. And he would be depressed. And he was the depressed millennial cowboy who just drank his worries away.
Oh, man.
You know what's going to happen this time when he loses? What's going to happen this time is he's just going to get pissed off at the world. And he is going to just heel turn and fuck you, fuck the world. He's not going to be sad, depressed millennial cowboy. He's going to be trying to just make the world fucking burn. That's what I want to see out of Hangman. Make the world fucking burn. And in the meantime, Swerve gets his time in the sun because Swerve needs his time in the sun because Swerve fucking deserves it. And you know what? I know you're a Joe-mosexual, but Samoa Joe, if he loses now, he's not that much of a transitional champ, but he should have never been the champ in the first place. The only reason why he is champ is because of all the shit that went down with Punk and how they had to elevate him and get him the title. That this title reign of Joe was not according to plan. This was kind of a, hey, thanks for helping us out. Have the belt for a little while. Thanks for being the voice of reason. And you know what? Can I count on you? Because you're the only level-headed one in this fucking situation. Can I count on you to hold the title until we figure out what else to do? And then what happened? Organically, Swerve, I know he's the heel, but in my heart, Swerve is the babyface. Swerve needs this win.
Easy.
And I got Swerve winning, by the way.
He pins Hangman. Joe doesn't lose the belt. We get 2 more months of fiery Joe promos, and we get Joe versus Swerve 1-on-1.
Okay. I would be happy with that if
Joe's winning.
If I could clearly see that.
Joe's winning. My prediction is Joe's winning. Who do I want to win out of the 3?
Swerve. In your heart, right?
Organic.
In your heart, you want Swerve to win.
Because nobody knows better than Joe that if you don't strike when the iron's hot, the reaction's not going to be the same.
Mm-hmm. Hector in the live chat says this: Hangman has to be in this match. He will be the one to take the pin. Mm-hmm. Also, why is Hangman looking like a Silas Young with long hair? He also says, Abel, who says a Hangman isn't hitting the bottle right now? He didn't protect and defend his family against Swerve. Who said he wasn't hitting the bottle? You know what? Okay, maybe he could be hitting the bottle, but instead of hitting the bottle and being depressed, he hits the bottle and gets angry. For some reason, instead of being a sad drunk, he's an angry drunk now.
Ooh, angry drunks are no fun.
Yeah, exactly. You know what you boo? Angry drunks. You have sympathy for sad drunks.
Austin was an angry drunk. We cheered him until his retirement.
You party with happy drunks.
Overall, 9 matches.
Fuck.
Not 12 or 13, just 9.
Oh, only 9.
Only 9.
Only
on
9.
A 4.5-hour show.
Yeah.
Number.
8.
I'm leaning towards 8 also. The stuff that I really want to see is outweighing the stuff that I think is garbage.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping that we get to see some new directions after this. Like, let's see where we go from here. Let's have a title change or 2. Let's have something. I don't want to say seismic, but there has to be some change or
a shift.
Course. Yeah,
go somewhere.
Yeah,
something that AEW has failed to do, I think. Besides MJF, something that AEW has failed to do is really go balls deep into something and into someone. right? They've made a lot of little things here and there. Hey, look at this debut, and then you forget about them, and they build this person up, and then someone else comes along, and they forget about that person, and they're aside from MJF, they haven't start to finish really built something up to a crescendo. And even with MJF, you can make the argument that they kind of fumbled it here at the end, but it's not really AEW's fault if he's really injured. But everybody else has been herky-jerky. Nobody's really we're gonna go with this guy.
I'll go one step closer. I want a seismic shift from someone that we didn't see it coming.
Okay.
Christian in Impact, Samoa Joe in NXT or Ring of Honor, for a lesser extent, MJF and fucking MLW. I knew what to expect from these people. Surprise me with some Wardlow, cut the badass promo, but we've already been here with Wardlow. How can we have faith that they're going to do Wardlow right when they didn't do Wardlow right the times before?
Yeah.
I want to see either Takeshita or Ospreay or something break out with the two of them. I'd take that back. Even with Ospreay, New Japan, we know he's bringing it. I want to see something from Takeshita. I want to see something from Hobbs. I want to see something from Garcia. I want to see something from the actual AEW talent that is recognized for being solely AEW talent.
Darby, not the guy. Sammy.
Thank you.
Where is Sammy on this card? Is he not on the card?
I have no idea.
He's not in the All-Star match.
No. And he's not in any of the qualifiers for it either.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess he's still taking care of the baby.
Yeah. Or working on making another one.
Yeah.
That's always fun.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I think that's it, man.
That's it?
Riot Wrestling Federation.
More videos on YouTube, yes?
Well, for Surefire Wrestling, yes, there was a new episode that dropped earlier today. Episode 4 of Surefire Wrestling. Please make sure that you check it out. We have Los Mas Cabrones versus Purple Haze in this match, or in this episode. That match happened. So yeah, definitely check that out. And yeah, like I was saying, Riot Wrestling Revolution in Santa Fe, Texas, March the 16th. So that's 3 Saturdays from now. 3 Saturdays from now, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, 3 Saturdays from now, March 16th, Santa Fe Fire Department. So make sure you come on out. I believe that I'm still doing commentary duties. If not commentary, then maybe ring announcing. I don't know. I need to double check with Chevy. But so that's a little bit closer than early Texas. That's just down here on the south side over by, like Alvin and shit like that, Santa Fe. So, come on out.
Question.
Yeah.
Do you want to record next week to wrap up Revolution and to digest SmackDown post Elimination Chamber, or will our next episode be our massive WrestleMania weekend preview show?
So basically you're asking, do you want to have 2 shows before Mania or 1? Mm-hmm. I would like to, at this point, have a show just dedicated to Mania. And I don't want to be sitting there at our Mania preview episode talking about what happened at Revolution.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I think that means that we need to have a Revolution review show.
Gotcha.
So I guess that means my ass is going to be here next week.
All right.
So
we're going to have to watch it.
Yep.
That's it.
Adios, my friends. Keep it classy.